I believe everyone watching this wants to be rich, but the big problem is finding the gap. But don't worry, I got you. You know, there's so many things happening around us. I'm sure you've met so many successful people better than you. Some are your close mates, some even younger than you. And you've watched how much abundance they have. And sometimes you began to ask of yourself, are they smarter than you? The answer is no. Are they more talented than you? No. Are they hardworking than you? But no. So, what is it then that puts them in the position where they are 10 times more effective than you? Listen, for the study of geology, which effectively what entrepreneurs do, it's interesting. Entrepreneurship is not some you can teach people either have it or they don't, which is just the ability to come in and see opportunities where they don't exist. So, the question on how do you find the gap, it's typically around three things. It's you've got to find something people are willing to pay for, that they need now, and have the money to pay for it. The minute you take those three boxes, you're in business. So it doesn't matter what it is. You could be selling water, you could be selling ice cream, you could be selling even ideas, you could be doing anything. The minute you understand those three things, you effectively have found a gap in the market and you can start servicing that market. Let me ask you something that I just want you to think about it. How do you know when somebody is a successful entrepreneur? How do they behave? What do they have in common? Their character, or maybe things they possess. And I know you also admire to be one. Okay, so for me, I look for three things. First, I look for somebody who's failed before. I've never backed my money or put my money in somebody who hasn't tried something and hasn't failed. Entrepreneurship is interesting. It's a lot like swimming, for example. So if I give you a textbook on how to swim and you read it for 3 years, and then I take you and chucked you in the ocean, you'd sink because swimming isn't a theory thing, it's a practice thing. You have to do it to know how to do it. So the first thing I'd say is somebody who's failed. I love people who fail because they've proven to try something and still keep going and that they know what's on the other side of not succeeding, which is this failure thing. The second thing is somebody who believes in themselves even when there's ridiculous odds to suggest it's not going to work. I always say entrepreneurs are crazy. You have to be crazy to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, you got to believe you're going to make money monthly, and which often you're not. You better believe you can compete with big companies, which often you can't. You got to believe you can reach all your customers, which often you won't. And you have to believe you can do so cheaply and cost effectively and make a profit, which in the early days, you won't do. If you don't believe those four things, you're not going to succeed as an entrepreneur. So you've actually got to be certifiable, absolutely crazy. The third one is just people who are passionate, like you got to love what you do. It may not pay now, but very soon, I promise you, you will smile again. If you find this helpful, please don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. You can type a comment or any questions concerning your relationship or anything doing with money. See you soon.